Hi students, UCS Understanding and Creating Space. In this class, I usually offer this kind of lab exercises. As you see, LE. LE means lab exercises. It's simply your practice, okay? Actually not today, this week's topic is simply described here. Professional interior architectural picture taking. This is really easy to take topic, but important thing is professional or professional looking. I know you students are not professional. I don't mean I underestimate you, but anyway, if we assume that you are freshmen, that means you don't have any professional experiences in representing spaces, specifically interior architecture spaces. So you took a lot of pictures for your room, your living room, your house. Somewhere you visited, very looking fancy, and then you take pictures, including your selfies. Okay, what if you take something professional or professional looking spatial image? My term spatial here means this one. Spatial pictures. Not just your selfies or your dog or cat's pictures or your friend's pictures, something, not that kind of portrait. Now we need to take a lot of pictures to show space. That is why I brought this one for your attention. Professional interior architectural picture taking. I briefly list up my own fundamental theory. Okay, actually there are a lot more theories, backgrounds, something you have to know for being a professional, for good photographer or good design visualization presenter. Whatever it is, if you are aiming to being a professional, you need to take a lot of classes, including computer graphics course, design theory course, background course, lots of things you have to walk through. But remember, I selectively want to show you, specifically focusing on this one, architectural pictures, how good architectural pictures coming out. I like to bring your attention using very fundamental design theories, but actually I'm not spend more time some theories because they are a lot of other our major classes subject. Okay, you will learn, or you can learn by yourself reading just lots of design theory book. That's okay. But instead, I like to focus on this one at first. The simpler, the better. Simple colors, simple fonts, simple layouts. And we are going to deal with some layout or some typography things later, okay? So that you can get this one, architectural pictures, 3x3 angle view, always orthogonal, vertical lines, ultra wide lenses. What these mean by, you can take up in following slides, okay? And this is my emphasis, as always. This is sort of an homage from form follows function. When we get started, so-called modernism around 100 years ago, Louis Sullivan, one of the famous architect in design history, said form follows function. This is an homage. Nowadays, this is a joke, of course, but it comes true, okay? Form follows computing. Your digital literacy, your power of computing, your computing capability determines your design form, your design shape. That is why I say take maximum advantages of digital tools. Actually, seeing is believing. So I like to show you lots of examples from the professionals' work. From the BOB magazine, Professional Interior Design and Architectural Design Visualization, there are many good visualization results. Anyway, from this magazine, BOB, I selectively choose some examples. Konoba restaurant and bar. Actually, those examples are not totally new. Actually, they are some almost more than 4 years. I'm not sure. Anyway, my point is not on design concept or design itself. My point is visual representation for those designs. Take a look. When you see this picture, actually this is picture, and this one. Sorry. This is picture. Okay, this is picture, and this is computer render, which means after construction, after finishes the project, someone took this picture and this one computer render image at the design phase, right? Before design, before construction. But take a look, the structure for this one, same, and some general furniture layout and the component shapes are very same, right? Take a look at this picture. Why this picture is looking professional and why this picture delivers you what's the concept and what's the spacious feeling from this space. As we see some fish-like object means something like this shape, right? There is no tail, but anyway, we can imagine this is sort of fishes, right? This is probably some fish restaurant or some sushi things, I'm not sure. Anyway, the concept is something about fishes and their school of fishes movement like this shape. They dangled on the ceiling structure like this way. But my point at this picture, from this picture, I like to say this one. Take a look. All those vertical lines are orthogonal, which means they are all 90 degrees, right? How about the proportion? I used to say when you have some difficulties in making some good angle of your picture or your computer render, just remember 3 by 3. So 3 by 3 division of your angle gonna make you very easy to make some kind of professionally well made visualization. So take a look, this line and this line. So the column is here and the end point of the column and some kind of some horizontal lines crossing the top part of this one and bottom part of this circle shape, right? And this line also determines sort of the surface of those group of horizontal lines and the table lines and so on, correct? So thanks to this kind of very simplified but very powerful visualization point, 3 by 3 proportion, 3 by 3 divide your picture, that's gonna help you to make this kind of well visualized outcomes, okay? Others, same, right? So how this one could be possible? Actually, this is the last page for that Konoba restaurant. And this one, color photo, megastore, probably the store shop for cameras, right? And take a look. This building looks like very spacious, very big area. But frankly, it's not that big space, actually. Take a look this floor plan. Very simple floor plan, and relatively it's not that big area, but we can feel this is really, really spacious. Why? Simply because it has wide angle. Precisely say this is ultra wide angle. Ultra wide angle means human eyes usually in the perspective of camera focal distance 21, 25, 24, that's human eyes the focal distance, but ultra wide angle usually we can say how about 15 millimeters. 15 millimeters of focal distance. You can find out this number from your camera lens or some other specification written about your camera lens or camera specification manual, whatever. Anyway, 15 millimeter so-called ultra wide angle. If this is a smaller number, for example 10 millimeters, we say this is too much ultra wide. In other words, some fisheye. Anyway, 15 millimeters, 18 millimeters, they are wider than human eye's angle. So by natural naked eye, we cannot see this kind of spacious view without camera lens. So you might have some experiences, something like this. When you see the pictures from the magazine or the books, the space, the interior design, the environmental design, building design looking really, really nice, very touched. But when you physically visited that real site, real building, sometimes we disappointing because it's something different from my imagination. Because we see the pictures, the spaces through those ultra wide angles. But when we get there, we see the actual spaces, actual site by our naked eyes. That's the difference, right? So this kind of photo taking, picture taking techniques going to be used for exactly same to your computer render. That's my point, okay? Actually, this one also very wide angle view. In the computer, in the 3D Max, we say this is field of view. Field of view. Field of view means if this is your eyes and this is angle and this is the object, the target object you see. So this is, if this is narrow, you can see only this part. If this is this wide, you can see entire part. What if your angle, field of view, even wider than before? And then even wide angle we can get, so we can see more area, something like this spaces area. And another one, its kind of side effect is distortion, exaggeration. Take a look, this rectangle shape. This is exactly same rectangle to this one. But because of that distortion, that exaggeration, because of the this wide angle, we can see this kind of some distorted and exaggerated shape. So this kind of exaggeration, distortion, gonna make your scene spacious. Okay, spacious. Sorry. Spacious view for your building interior or your objects, whatever you want to represent. The same way, you need to use this technique. This is actually very minor and small technique, but effect is really big. That's the point, okay? And also this one, 410 Nanshan, another design case I show you. The line stroke here, because of the shape and the diagonal shapes on the wall structure, and the similarly diagonal structure furniture deployed on the bottom, the floor. And take a look, this one also 3 by 3 3 by 3 proportional angle also works in this kind of visualization. Okay, all these are professional photographers' pictures, but you can render your computer scenes for the design visualization, especially for the final presentation. Simply learn how to take great pictures, very touching pictures in the perspective of photography. Same mechanism you can apply when you render by using your computer software like Revit or 3D Max, Mental Ray, whatever. Okay. Another case, this is very famous. Probably you may know, or probably some of you visited this one. This is the Starbucks coffee branch, but actually this is really tiny Starbucks shop. Take a look at this floor plan. Here is the bar for serving. Where are customers area? Take a look. Only this area. It's too narrow corridor-like shop shape because this is very narrow rectangle shaped small sized shop. So there is only one table for many people, and this is the main gate. Really small space, but thanks to this kind of chopstick structure, I'm not sure, but some chopstick motivated wooden structure assembled in this shape to this wall and also on the ceiling. So this one has very unique, and this design makes this Starbucks store very famous. This one actually in Japan somewhere nowadays, because of the global situation, we cannot travel the other countries. But anyway, this is very famous place. Really small sized area, small sized coffee store. When you visited this one, this is too small. It's not. If this is crowded area, there is no place to stand up to wait your coffee. This is too small. Anyway, the point is, take a look at this picture, render scene. This one looks very spacious, very wide, because this picture taken by wide angle lens. That's the point, okay? So compared to real world scale, your visualization can be varied by your photo techniques or your render techniques, whatever it is. Your design representation, your intended design representation can be totally varied by the real world object or something. Some exaggerated structure, so this one is looking very thick, or some long structure, but probably it's going to be different when you actually see this one by your eyes. Okay, so the point is, taking pictures make this kind of professional design representation. That means your render or visualization technique gonna also make your design really different. So how different? Worse than actual intent? Of course not. Must be much better than your design intent or your actual design. Finals. That's the role of designers, design representation, especially for the final presentation or something. So also this one has the same proportional 3 by 3 and something. This one also has very colorful color used, and this kind of sort of signature object or something. This design has very unique design features and design shapes. For example, this one also looking sometimes typical, but very good to visually attractive in the perspective of this scene. And take a look those uniquely designed and installed furniture structure. And take a look this one. Actually, this is you can sit down here like this, this is a chair, but usually chairs are supposed to be something vice versa, extruded part, but this is omitted part. In other words, when we design something, there are this type of assembly structure, right? So this one gonna make this one single structure, right? If we say this is A part, this is B part, usually we use A part, but sometimes designers can intentionally make this part going to be your design. So take a look. Here is a chair, and this is the table. But usually tables are supposed to be looking like this one. But take a look. Totally opposite approach applied, and the final output really strange, but I think this is really creative, and this kind of objects, this kind of furniture design makes this design really unique. Take a look this elevation section views. In this section view, because of this kind of 2D drawings limitation, we cannot imagine what are these objects. Probably they are some kind of decorative features on the wall object, but actually they are real furniture structure we can use. So this kind of colorful and unique feature representation by this kind of pictures say much more against this kind of 2D drawings. Okay, that is why you are in charge of something very well represented 3D visualizations, especially photorealistic renders. But I'm not saying photorealistic render always matter. It's very critical, but also line stroke view or some black and white representation, whatever it is, sometimes that kind of simple conventional 3D representation also very informative sometimes and very effective in your design representation. That's my point. Okay, this is the summary page. I showed you this one at the beginning of this presentation today actually. For more effective, simply say for better design visualizations, for more effective, specifically interior architectural design visualizations, actually focusing on some kind of photo taking method. Fundamental design theories. I told you there are many design theory classes prepared for you in our major. So you have to carefully take their classes, as well as there are many available books about fundamental design theories. Take a look. Basics in design always work. In other words, if you know some kind of fundamental design theory, apply it to your output, to your artwork, to your picture, even by your smartphone taking picture, whatever it is. That always work. Okay, that's my point. The simpler, the better. Actually, this is kind of my own suggestion. Someone can love very complicated geometry or something complex. But anyway, the simpler, the better. That's one of the fundamental design theory. Don't forget, okay? Simple colors, not dizzy, headache looking complexity in your colors or even fonts, layouts, and so on. Later on, I'm gonna give you some more lab exercises regarding these issues: typography, fonts, layouts, colors, and so on. Third one, now you fully understand what this means. Okay, I showed you using example by some pictures, good pictures taken by professional. Actually, this one, golden ratio, golden ratio. This is the way, the key to resolve this kind of very appropriate and good angle, but this is complicated. How to compute, how to calculate? It's 16 by 9. So that is why I'm saying 3 by 3. It's easier, right? That is why 3 by 3, angle view, angle cut, really important. Simple yet powerful, okay? This one, always orthogonal vertical lines. Actually, this is very important for interior architecture major and architectural design major. Do not make some angled vertical lines, okay? That's important. And also, you need wide lens. You know why, right? Specifically for interior spaces, you need ultra wide. In film size millimeters, usually we say 10 millimeters or 15 millimeters. They are so-called ultra-wide lenses. At least 20, 21 millimeters. This is so-called wide lens. Okay, you need wide lens rather than telescope lens. Okay, you are not a man hired by dispatch. You don't need this kind of camera. Okay, this is telescope, right? Telescope, paparazzi camera. You need ultra wide lens, and you know why, based upon my given examples you have seen today. Take maximum advantages of digital tools. Form follows computing. This is a joke, I told you, but actually it's true. Your computing capability determines your design output, its quality, okay? Trust me. In the following classes offered by me, you will learn lots of digital tools and some applications, but anyway, that is why I put a lot of emphasis to enhance your digital literacy. Nowadays, we are living with computing environment. We are living with digital devices. So far, you have been just a consumer of digital device. But think about it. What if you are a creator by using such digital devices? You have to learn very detailed aspect of such digital tools, hardware, devices, interfaces. Simply say, you need to dramatically enhance your digital literacy. That's my point, as always, in my class. Okay? Thank you for listening.